and I see this girl like beelining towards me. And I didn't notice anybody behind her, but she gets up to me and she's like, she just points behind her and goes, "Hey, he wants to talk to you about your shirt." And like her boyfriend steps around her and is like, walks up to me and gets a little close and like, he's joking, but he was like, "Shout out to that guy if you're listening."
Sorry to that guy's girlfriend. But hey, you picked him, man.
Yeah. Us hardcore dorks, man. We can't shut up.
I mean, look at us. Couple tracks.
And that's what he said. I'm going to put it right here. 2 tracks does not make a good band. Under Oath sucks, brother.
So my dad goes up to him after the show and goes, I don't even think he says like nice show or anything to open the conversation. I think he just goes, "Hey man, who's Mike?" And he's like, Mike from the song, A Bit of Mike Sandwich. Pretty good.
How good do you think the pizza on that album cover tastes?
Dude, I know it hit harder than anything ever.
Dude, I think about that pizza all the time. Like, wow, that's a good looking cheese, dude.
You can see when the cheese got like segmentation because it was cut,
yeah.
but it overflowed back into each other.
Yeah, dude, that's melty cheese. Can we smoke in here?
Is there an ashtray or what, dude? How do you feel about cold rolls, Joseph?
You know what? I love a cold roll. Never liked a hot one myself.
Not even like a hoagie, a submarine sandwich.
That's a lie. If I'm having a dinner roll, I want it hot as hell.
Yeah. The butter gotta melt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. A cold roll is. What are you doing with that? That's like. The only time that's good is a Thanksgiving sandwich the day after with leftovers. Hits.
Damn right.
Yeah.
You ever make one of those with a hot dog bun?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
That's next level desperation.
A Thanksgiving dinner is maybe like when people ask what my favorite food is, it's Thanksgiving dinner.
Fair enough.
And you put that in a sandwich that I can take on the road? Come on. That's crazy. One time I went to Vegas and there's this place called the Earl of Sandwich.
I've heard of Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah, there's one out here, but they have a delicious Italian sandwich and a delicious Thanksgiving sandwich. And my drunk ass, I went up and I ordered one of each, and I put the Italian in my coat pocket, and I walked around munching on that Thanksgiving, just waiting, knowing what I got for later.
Now, I love you for that, but the crucial flaw in your plan was you didn't. Are they cut in half? Are they pre-cut in half?
Yes, they are.
Oh, you gotta.
And it's not a big sandwich. It's a coat pocket size sandwich.
You gotta go halvesies, brother. You know what I mean?
I mean, I finished the one, and I
get one to stock and one to rock of each if you go halvesies.
That is my usual way, but you know what? That's a good hack. You know. Sorry, I didn't know I was talking to a real eater. My bad.
Come on. How long have you known me?
Yeah, my fault, OG. My bad.
All right, you know what? We're gonna have to tell that. One time, it was, picture this if you will, us, 9th grade, hungry as hell. We're in a house.
Me certainly stoned. Brandon not.
Yeah. I was still straight edge at the time. Wait, it might have been pre-edge. I was still a nerd at the time. We're in a house filled with quesadilla fixins and hot dogs.
Oh boy, were there hot dogs!
We don't even chop these hot dogs in a way that makes sense. Fire all this stuff into a quesadilla maker my mom bought off a shopping channel, because that's
QVC or something.
Yeah, she's got problems. So we close this thing up. A fight to get this thing closed.
Really pushing down
Just
on it.
crushing these hot dogs into this quesadilla maker. Best goddamn quesadilla of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, all you had to do was cut them into little hot dog coins, just slice them things up a little
Oh
bit.
my! I
But
wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking long ways.
see, that's crazy that you would even consider that. You trying to julienne a hot dog?
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds crazy.
Yeah, dude, because it's a crazy thing to say. All right, Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm glad we got that. We've been rolling. How you been,
That's fun.
Joseph?
You know what? I had an awful week, real good weekend.
I'm
So,
glad.
you know, I got me covering for one of my coworkers over at work. So I'm working in a different warehouse right now until the middle of next week, and I'm doing a job that isn't my job. So that's never fun.
What's the job?
I'm just like managing the retail warehouse for the weekend or for the week, because there's an event, it's some Overland Expo event that the actual manager is at, and I'm stuck there, manning the warehouse, picking orders, and
Well,
being bored. But last minute yesterday, Emily and I decided to go to the Ren Fair for the last weekend.
you did indeed.
I went a couple weeks ago, but we decided to enjoy the last weekend, and boy, did I have a fantastic time.
Well, that's good to hear. I would have joined you as you did invite me. However, we're looking at a dog. You know what I mean?
Right?
My mom. All right. A little bit of context for the few that are actually listening. My mom. My beautiful boy William passed away last November. The best dog on the planet, aside from Zoe, who passed away beginning of the year. My mom loved this guy almost as much as I did. I move out the house again. She misses having a little dog guy running around, right? So she finds Sebastian, who is my dog now. Thumbs up, brother.
Yeah.
And the intention is like get a dog to be at mom's house, and I'll like visit and help her with it. This guy is attached to my hip. This guy fucking loves me so damn much. So that didn't work out. He would be distressed every time I left. So I have him now. My mom wants another dog, so she found one. Perla.
Yeah.
I was
Such a
hoping
cute
she'd be
name.
a little smaller, but she's a big girl.
She's real cutie. You sent me the picture, and that's a good looking pup.
She's sweet as hell.
I hope her and your mom bond.
They better, dude. I can't take in another fucking animal. I was gonna say something. I was gonna make a joke. The staff at the rescue place were just clowning on my mom the whole time. They're like, "So you gonna come back next month and get another one, or?"
Is it the same place that she got Sebastian from?
Yeah.
Of course. She's like, well, I gave the other one to my kids, so.
Yeah. Oh man. And they were like, I mean, Perla came in here with a friend. You want the friend too? I'm like, we can't have this many dogs around, man.
Your mom's just gotta have a little house full of chihuahuas.
Imagine the smell.
Hey, man. So it will not be nearly as bad as a house full of cats.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
nowhere
true.
close.
My roommate was complaining just yesterday that his room smelled, and that's one cat's worth of shit.
Dude, cats are cute, but they stink.
And then this one's a. I can hear him being combative in the other room with his mother.
Yeah, they love to be little.
They love hand-to-hand combat. These cats.
Dude, I have a fun little story to tell you from the Ren Fair yesterday.
Please.
Yeah, I texted you briefly about it, but So as we were leaving, and for context, my general way of doing the Ren Fair is, I bring my own drinks. I bring a cooler full of beers, leave it in the truck, um, so that I don't spend a bunch of money, obviously. But I also like an excuse to go change at some point during the day because it's hot. I dress up, I wear the whole deal, and then at some point you get over it, and you're like, I would love a t-shirt right now.
Well, yeah, you can't be all evil all the time.
That's my motto. So I go out to the truck. I have another beer. I put my shirt on, and Emily's still dressed up. She's got her chainmail and everything. So I decide to still be involved, and I'm wearing my disgrace crop top that I have, a little cutoff crop, and
Get some air going. Cross.
Yeah, a little air on the belly, and I got my chainmail hood on.
Of course.
Awesome look.
Mando.
So I'm walking around the fair, and as we're about to leave, Emily's in the bathroom. I'm hanging out by a payphone just waiting for her. And I see this girl like beelining towards me. And I didn't notice anybody behind her, but she gets up to me and she just points behind her and goes, "Hey, he wants to talk to you about your shirt." And like her boyfriend steps around her and is like, walks up to me and gets a little close, and like he's joking, but he was like, "What do you know about Taylor Young, fool?" And I was like,
God. Why did he have to get his girl to like break the ice for you? You could have just been like, "Hey, sick shirt, dog."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and she looked very annoyed, like he would not shut up about it to her. So he was just like, "Hey, he wants to talk to you about your shirt," and she walked away. She must have gone to the bathroom or something. She dropped him off.
The whole time he was like, "I keep seeing this guy with this disgrace shirt. Like, it's tight," and she's just like, "Talk to him or shut the fuck up."
So she basically dropped him off with me to babysit him while she goes to pee, and he's talking to me, and so he's like, "What do you know about Taylor Young, fool?" And I was like, "A lot, I guess." Yeah,
more than most, perhaps.
And it was funny because this kid was definitely younger, and it's like, brother, I've spun cuck to many a Taylor Young band in the Cobalt Cafe.
We were in the infancy of their musical career, brother.
Yeah. And so, but that aside, we start talking, we're chatting, and he was like, "Dude, I kept walking around and I kept seeing you." And he's like, "You see all the people who come here, and like, there's a bunch of like tourists, just like dorks walking around." And then he was like, "And then you see the people who are down as fuck." And then he was like, "I kept seeing you," and I was like, "Yo, this dude looks like he's just going to a show, but he put the chainmail on." And I was like,
"Yeah,
exactly. That's the vibe.
That's your casual vibe."
Yeah, I mean, at Chainmail Trucker Hat, everybody go follow me.
Linked in the description.
But I thought it was hilarious. The whole ride home, I could not stop saying to Emily, "Hey, fool, what do you know about Taylor Young?"
You interacted with like the reincarnated spirit of young LA hardcore.
Dude, I have not heard a sentence like that since I was in high school, and I got hit with like "So you a rocker, fool?"
Yeah, I know, dude. It's like that guy graduated from "Are you a rocker, fool?" He's down as fuck now.
Yeah, he knows. He gets it. He's in now. Yeah, dude, it was so funny.
Circle pitted with the best of us. He's a brother in arms now.
Yeah, shout out to that guy if you're listening.
Sorry to that guy's girlfriend. But hey, you picked him, man.
Yeah, us hardcore dorks, man. We can't shut up.
I mean, look at us.
We made a podcast.
We literally couldn't shut up.
Oh my god. Well, Brandon, what are we talking about this week?
Well, first of all, we like music better than you. This is Joseph. Joseph, give him a taste of the voice, the mustache.
Did that come through at all, or did just Discord just noise cancel all of that?
Yeah.
I hit them with a beautiful serenade.
The second you hit a frequency too high, it's just like, we don't want to hear that.
That's for the best.
And I think I had you turn off your Discord like audio processing, so it's either like God hates you or the mic is just like, "Oh, this is background noise. We don't need this."
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I probably still have some sort of noise suppression on.
That's Joseph. I'm Brandon. We like music better than you. Please like, subscribe, do all the bullshit. I'm working very hard on getting all of the attention and the links and all that available for you dorks. So
we're getting there. I mean, we're almost at 200 subscribers.
Yeah, we're creeping up there.
Hey, meager to some, but I'll take it.
Every little one counts. Every
so
little
shout
one
out to every one of you guys.
Yeah. Last week we did opening songs. Our picks for opening songs on whole albums. I might have one EP this week. I was a little more lax, but this week is closers. You know, it's closing time. Oh wait, is closing time the last track on the album?
How did none of us think to check?
Oh my god, I have to hold on. This is very important. I don't know why I opened up Spotify on my phone like I'm not in front of a fucking computer.
And if it's not,
damn well should be.
How come? It's not.
What the?
It's literally the opening track.
Fuck you, Semisonic. It's on site. Learn how to sequence your tracks, man. I don't give a about irony.
Dog shit.
We'll put it at the front and it'll be like, no.
It's subversive, dude.
How's this?
That's dumb.
That's subversive.
Subvert that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Subvert that shit. How about that? Also, up top, before we get into anything, I have actually a direct message to Tevin Johnson. Bleep his last name.
Do I really have to? I mean,
yes, you do.
All right.
Tevin DM'd me right before we started recording and tried to convince me that Under Oath was a good band.
Couple tracks.
And that's what he said. I'm going to put it right here. 2 tracks does not make a good band. Under Oath sucks, brother.
We could clip this. We could put this, you could put this clip out this week.
Yeah. Tevin, I know you listen to this in your truck and you're not watching the YouTube video, but I'm looking you directly into the eyes. Pull this up on YouTube.
It's uncomfortable, the eye contact he's making.
All right, let's get this episode going.
You started last week, Crumbling Castle?
I did.
Is that right? Okay.
I did.
Here's the thing. Our lists are expansive this week. But
I trimmed.
The opening track for us, our playlist, sets the vibe for like a little while, you know?
It does.
So this is a tough decision. I'm gonna make a game time decision right now.
Okay. Ooh, he's chuckling. What do you got there?
You like the Men at Work, Joe? How do you feel about Australia?
Colin, hey, couple tracks, man.
And on that note, I'm about to pull up a Colin Hay track, dude.
That's right.
You fuck with Transcendental Highway, dude?
Yes, actually. And let me get a bit of Mike sandwich, dude. Let's go.
All right.
Tell that story afterwards.
Okay, I'll do it quick. I can't spell Transcendental right now. I'm losing my mind. It's Sunday morning, all right? Give me a break. You friggin' you beautiful dorks. Lot of albums, this guy. What a
lot of
prolific.
Albums, man.
This is going to be I'm Doing Fine by Colin Hay, ending track of Transcendental Highway. If you haven't sat down and listened to the guy from Men at Work, you know, comes from a land down under, grow up.
Guy rips. Dude rocks.
It's some of the most sincere, sad guy bullshit on the planet. And I'm here for it. I'm doing fine. You can really hear the sustain.
You can really hear. Yeah, shut up. That album's so good. I love Colin. I like Colin Hay's solo stuff more than Men at Work, but
100,000%.
Yeah.
I respect Men at Work, all right? Don't come after me.
Yeah, no,
I need that sad Australian Scottish motherfucker.
Men at Work, that album is a little more fun and goofy than it is just like, you know,
A guy.
a good fucking
Yeah,
album. Yeah.
a good album.
A good album. But Brandon, why don't you tell the folks your little Colin Hay story?
All right. So when I was younger, my dad told me a little story. All right. He also loves Colin Hay for some reason, and decided, I'm gonna go see this guy. I have no idea where or when this was. This is a secondhand story, so take that as you will. My dad goes to see Colin Hay perform his solo stuff specifically. So, in hindsight, as like an older person, Colin Hay probably hates getting this kind of interaction from people at his solo shows. But anyways,
He doesn't want to get asked about Land Down Under, you know?
no, he does not. So my dad goes up to him after the show and goes, I don't even think he says like nice show or anything to open the conversation. I think he just goes, "Hey man, who's Mike?" And that's a very specific question to ask.
Crazy question.
Anybody that you don't know. He asked Colin, hey man, who's Mike? And Colin's like, what are you talking about? Or something. Just picture that, but Australian. And he's like, Mike from the song, a bit of Mike sandwich. Now the lyrics for all the folks at home is a Vegemite sandwich. And after telling me about this interaction, my dad was like, you heard of Vegemite? You know what that song is?
Did you know?
About Vegemite sandwich? I thought it was bit of Mike's sandwich. I asked him.
Did you know he's not saying a bit of Mike's sandwich in that song? Crazy. Yeah, your dad's one of my favorite people on the planet.
It was his birthday this week. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. That story's horrendous.
It has brought me much joy throughout my life. God, that's amazing.
What do we got, Joe?
Well, I think I'm going to keep it on the more mellow vibes. I have a lot of heavy
We'll get
stuff.
to the death metal. I also have a lot of... Normal albums, they ended on some bullshit, all right? Death metal bands, hardcore bands, they ended with the meat.
They some oomph into it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to play the ending track on an album that I played last week. Last week I played a song called Old Friends by Pinegrove. Mm-hmm. The ending track on the album Cardinal is a song called New Friends.
Oh. So
go ahead and fire that one up.
No new friends, dude. What did Jacob say? That pedophile. Anyways, New Friends, Pinegrove. Wow, wow, wee, wow.
I love that song. Love that album. It's not... I believe that song was written before that album came out. Because I think it's on their like collection of EPs, everything so far. But they put it out as the final track on their first LP. And boy, is it a good one.
It's a real groovy, twangy, good time.
It's got the things I like, man. It's a sad ass, folky, twangy song.
I'm gonna follow that with something maybe similar, but something you might not have has not entered your brain region in a long time.
Okay. I am intrigued.
Now, we probably were eating this up in 2011, maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Never Saw It Coming by Tiger's Jaw.
Oh, brother. I definitely did not think of this.
Good fucking album.
Pretty good album.
If y'all aren't familiar with Tiger's Jaw, yes, you are. If you're
Everyone knows
not,
Tigers.
then why are you here?
You are now.
Yeah, you are now. Never saw it coming. Off of their self-titled, was it debut album? Probably.
I think so. I mean, the chokehold that had on 2011 Tumblr.
Still got me, brother.
Yeah, I was I never got super into Tiger's Jaw, but I had this one on my iPod Touch. You know,
I had this one. The rest of it, I didn't really follow, except for like one track, Hum. Pretty good.
How good do you think the pizza on that album cover tastes?
Dude, I know it hit harder than anything ever.
Dude, I think about that pizza all the time. Like, wow, that's a good looking cheese, dude.
You can see when the cheese got like segmentation because it was cut, but it overflowed back into each other.
Yeah, dude, that's melty cheese.
That's molten lava hot.
Goddamn, good pick.
That's the last thing you ever taste. You bite into that pizza.
But boy, is it worth it. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna keep us in the same vein. I'm gonna kind of run through my soft tracks before we get into heavy stuff.
All right.
And next, I'm gonna hit you with something that I don't know we've ever talked about. I don't know if you like this band at all.
All right.
Won't claim to be a mega fan or anything, but one album by this band is really goddamn good. You ever get into Hopalong?
You know what? No, but I might have even seen Hopalong at one point. I can't remember now.
Really good band. Many tracks. Will you look up the song Sister Cities by Hopalong? I forget the title of the album. You'll have to remind me.
We'll see. I've got it pulled up here. This is going to be Sister Cities by Hopalong off of... What an ender to an album.
It goes big. The song has a huge ending, and it's just like super groovy, super fun. Her voice is insane.
No idea what they're on about.
No idea what they're singing about, but the lyrics are kind of brutal and crazy.
Yeah, just crazy old motherfucker or something. Oh my god, I'm getting the thumbs up.
It thinks you're giving the thumbs up. Oh my god.
I hate you,
yeah.
Discord.
Listen to Hopalong. Also, that album is called Painted Shut. Brandon and I are both very stupid.
Yep. Never. You think we're getting smarter? We ain't.
Hey, we didn't say we were good at liking music. We just said we'd do it better.
Yeah, because all of you are bad at things.
Doesn't mean we know everything.
Well,
anyway, we know everything. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm gonna play a song by some of their peers, actually.
Okay. What do you got?
In those days of what we would call now the emo revival.
Yeah.
Several peers at the time, some of which I've played, Tiger's Jaw, some of which I am yet to play, but I'm going to go for a track right now that's like the ending of, I believe this was the last album that a band called Empire, I Was a Lonely Estate put out, and I know it's stuff you've never really messed with, Joseph.
Yeah.
This album might have a charm for you now.
Okay.
All of the songs are anecdotes, just little stories from the songwriter's life, and a lot of it's melancholic, some of it's just straight up sad, but a lot of it's just like, huh. And
I like that.
When they put out the album, there was a special edition like little comic book that you could buy, and it had illustrations of all the anecdotes, and I have it somewhere. It was a joy just to listen to and like read through.
That's really cool.
fucking more comic books. Any band out there, I'd read a death metal comic book. That'd be sick.
Just make more physical media, you know?
Yeah, put a zine out every album or something. Whatever, punk rock.
Some kids love that shit.
I'm kids still, maybe, and I love that shit.
In my mind, I'm still kids. So yeah.
To the IRS, I'm still a kid. No, I'm kidding. This is every song, almost every song title is long as fuck. This is going to be the promise that life can go on no matter how bad our losses. Off of the album, You Will Eventually Be Forgotten by Empire, Empire, parentheses, I Was a Lonely Estate.
Jesus. We get it.
Good album.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll concede. Good song.
The
You've literally
whole thing.
What year did this band start?
A while back.
I was gonna say it's probably been about a decade you've been trying to get me into this band.
Yeah, I mean, mid 2000s at least. And the dude is still like, this became a husband and wife thing, and then
Cool.
they stopped doing Empire, and the dude is now doing like it's the name of a mountain from Legend of Zelda or something is his other project, but
I'm out. Dude.
I only played one game and it was, anyways.
James, get in the comments and tell us.
Yeah, James, get in the. It's a Mount Coriander. I don't know. That's a herb or something. Either way, yeah. You Will Eventually Be Forgotten was like, we're gonna break up. We're gonna put this album out, like the band, not the husband and wife. But when it came out, like big at the time for me, huge. Like I listened to the whole thing back to front for a while. Highly recommend.
Maybe I'll finally give it an earnest try, because
I'll give you the comic book. You can sit there and.
That will actually probably do it for me, because I love that. Because I love stuff like that.
I'll find the comic book. Rest
Dig
assured.
It up. Next, I got a little track. Another album that I've played on pod before. I believe I played a song on our Songs That Make You Feel Better episode. It's going to be the final track on Lament by Touche Amore. Song is called A Forecast. And
you trying to make me cry today, Joseph?
I am, dude. And this one is like, this was one of the first ones I thought of when I was thinking of like album closers, because this is like, in my opinion, a perfect way to end an album. It goes real big at the end. It has a lot of emotion. It starts out real quiet, so you might think that the song hasn't started at first, but like, and then it just has this massive ending. It's awesome.
A Forecast. Touche Amore off of Lament. Here we go. Oh, man. Good track, Joseph.
Dude, it's one of my favorite Touche Amore albums. It's their newest one. It's really goddamn good. And I like the lyrics in that song are very they hit very hard with the context of the album that came out before this one. The album before this one is called Stage 4, and it's all about his mother's passing due to cancer, and you know, him like learning to cope with all of that. It's like a deeply personal album. And you know, he kind of details that in this one, that like, you know, after all this time has passed, he wrote a damn he wrote a damn album about it, and like people kind of don't care, and he's just learning to just deal with it on his own, you know.
Yeah. Ugh. Shouts out Jeremy Bohm.
Yeah, great Awesome. Seems like an awesome guy. Love his band. Love
I
his
mean,
podcast.
I've never seen any indication that he's not a joy. So
Yeah, seems like a really genuine dude, and love his
love the
band.
music. I'm gonna follow up with another big ending track off of an album that I know for a fact means a lot to us. I'm probably
Oh,
sniping you. Your face is
you
dropping.
fuck.
Yeah.
Is it about is it about 7 to 8 minutes long?
Probably.
Fuck, dude. All right, I'm hitting you with a 20-minute track for this.
Whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. Um, I'm gonna play "I Just Want to Sell Out My Funeral" off of "The Greatest Generation" by the
Yeah, let
Wonder
me
Years.
just fucking erase that real quick from my list.
This is the first song that came to my mind for album enders.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite band. Joey's not gonna put it on his list, but
I knew it was a snipe.
oh, fuck yourself.
It makes great TV,
No,
Joseph.
I'm kidding. It was gonna be on the pod either way.
Listen up, snowflakes. It's a good song.
You ever cried to a 7-minute song, Snowflakes?
Because I certainly have. Maybe, may or may not have been in my car in a mall parking lot adjacent to my high school. Here we go. Gets me every time.
It's one of my favorite songs. That was maybe the third song I added to my list. The first thing that comes to mind,
100%.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Yeah, I can't recall any other album enders. I mean, I don't have any on my list, and I can't think of any that basically are just like, hey, we're gonna play the whole album again in one song.
We're gonna medley everything you just heard, but also like better.
And like not
fuck?
Not in a corny way, not in like a shoehorned in kind of way. Like it all makes sense and it's cool.
How the Soupy, you mastermind.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They're truly one of my favorite bands, if not maybe my favorite band. I mean, I've seen them. It's not cool to say, but
times.
It might. I mean, seen them more than any other band. Cried every fucking time. Might be the only guy who's spin kicked to the Wonder Years.
I've definitely roughed some people up to the Wonder Years, but I never got the leg up.
I might be one of two guys who spin kicked to the Wonder Years. Yeah.
I put a lot of shoulders into a lot of midsections and various other things.
Yep. Yep. Well, next, I've been reminded of something. Since you sniped me here, I remembered a little track off an album that I've also played on here before. Brandon, will you look up the album Gospel by Fireworks, please?
Oh, this was almost on my list. Oh, man. Good track.
Yeah. Last track on the album is called This Wild Bunch. Boy, is it a fun one.
Wild that bunch is. Fucking listen to Gospel, man.
It's, one of our buddies asked me the other day, what are some albums that you consider perfect albums? Gospel is like the first one I said because it's no skips. It's so fun.
It's fun. It's sincere. It's emotional. It's sensual. It's everything you want.
You say everything.
Wild bunch.
The goofiest.
Oh man.
Yeah, I love that song.
Incredible.
Yeah, that album's perfect. And they're back. They broke up for a little while, but they're back. And
playing
the album
Chicago, end of the month.
Yeah, the album that they just put out is really good.
I still gotta sit down and do the damn thing.
It's not gospel. It's a different vibe, but it's really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So what do you got next for me, Brandon?
I'm gonna keep it in the realm of 2000 when.
Cool, cool.
Um, I'm gonna do a track. Now, you ever fuck with "The World Is a Beautiful Place" and I'm no longer afraid to die, Joseph?
One album I listened to, the one with the person jumping off the thing.
Your lucky day, sir.
Cool,
Playing the
cool,
ending
cool.
track off of that album.
Yeah, what's it called?
Uh, whenever, if ever, this is getting sodas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Quite an album ender. That song takes me right back to like being 17 and riding my bike around.
Dude, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Spent a lot
Like
of time walking around just listening to that album.
I spent a lot of time sneaking out of the house and going for late night bike rides, listening to that and balancing composure.
Ah, that's right. You were a big balance and composure head, weren't you?
I have a balancing composure tattoo.
Oh my god, I forgot about the balance and composure tattoo.
Yeah.
But then again, I forget about my own
all.
tattoos a lot. So.
Yeah. I also often forget. There's many that people will be like, "Whoa, I've never seen this one." I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not sure I
Shit,
have
me
either."
either.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh shit,
that's
where'd that come?
crazy. Oh.
Good pick. I don't have much soft stuff left.
Get a little. Give me a raging semi.
No, I'm gonna keep it a little soft for a little while, but I'm gonna take us back to to times of yore, days of old. You ever heard of a band called The Clash, Brandon?
All right. I mean, you. Yes, I am a poser. Internet. I never fucked with the Clash.
That's fine. You know, I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert. The London Calling is lauded as one of the greatest albums of all time.
London calls me, I ain't answering. That's all I'm
saying. I'm hanging up. But if Joe Strummer's making the call, I'll answer. You know? So, everyone talks about that album. Mm-hmm. Last track on the album, Train in Vain. Might be one of my favorite ones. When I was a boy, my brother had this CD, and I was introduced to this album very young, and I listened to it a lot. It has many tracks.
I mean, it's iconic for a reason, right?
It's as a hater of many things, it's one of the few albums that you'll see on lists of like greatest albums of all time that I'm like, yep, yeah, that goes there.
All right. Train in Vain, parentheses, Stand By Me, The Clash. Little flourishes on the harmonica, dude. Need a license for that thing.
Yeah, man. The Clash is fun. Everybody, I feel like a lot of people of our generation, a lot of people know, but you hear The Clash and you think of like, should I stay or should I go? And like stuff that's been in movies, This album's really goddamn good. Like I said, there's a reason that it's up there. No skips, dude. Master killer.
I will put some respect on it. Now, I have a strict everything sucks until I say it doesn't policy, but I've never said the Clash sucks,
Yeah. Fair.
Right.
What do you got?
I'm going to round off some of my more approachable sounding picks.
Okay.
With some degenerates, frankly. But degenerates America knows and loves. I'm going to play a Modest Mouse song.
Oh boy. Yeah. Which one? I almost put some Modest Mouse on my list.
Good Times Are Killing Me. Sick. Closing track off of Good News for people who love bad news. It's the album for us because Float On and
Yeah,
what
it's
have you.
the album that was on the radio
Yeah.
when we were growing up.
Bukowski, I think, is on this one. Anyway, good album. I got the vinyl somewhere back there.
Oh,
Good Times Are Killing Me. Here we go.
Can we smoke in here? Can we smoke in here?
There an ashtray or what, dude? Brew King.
Yeah, Modest Mouse is a great band. That album's very good. I've been listening to that song "Satin in a Coffin" a lot lately.
That's a good one.
Good track. Emily never really got into Modest Mouse, so I've been throwing them on in the car to try and.
Put on Bukowski.
It's a good track.
It's a good track. Put on the Ocean Breathe Salty cover by Mark Koslick.
Dude, that's a insane cover. Why didn't you put that on our covers episode?
I forgot about it until I was looking up ending tracks of Sun Kill Moon records because I wanted to be like, come after me, cancelers. I'd still listen to that piece of shit because he sucks, but it's good tracks.
There's a couple canceled bands that I left off my list, but canceled bands got good albums.
Am I gonna say the B word in this episode? I listen to Birdsong. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Couple tracks.
I got one last softer song.
What do we got?
Before I start getting into the heavy. Next is a band that we've seen together. And boy, was it a time for me. Will you look up a track by the band Graveyard on the album Innocence and Decadence? It's called Stay for a Song.
I forget about this band. Rock and roll, dude.
You know, I had a crazy phase where I was in love with this band for a very long time. Then I also kind of forgot about their existence. And then they popped back up in my Instagram algorithm recently because they're touring. And I was like, oh shit, Graveyard rocks.
Graveyard. Rock and roll for real. This is going to be Stay for a Song off of Innocence and Decadence. 2 for 1 there.
I might not be.
It just ends out on these bells.
Does it really? They're mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Sounds like the end of a sci-fi movie in the 19 whenevers.
Yeah, it ends on just like the sounds of like a pod drifting into space.
I don't like it.
Kind of cool. Yeah, Graveyard rocks. Yeah, really cool for a band that is all just like high energy rock and roll tracks to end on such a like slow, somber song about like just feeling inadequate. It's pretty cool.
I don't normally fuck with ballads, but that's the style of ballad I could fuck with.
Yeah, it's a very good song. Those Swedish bastards can write a tune.
They can really write a tune, yeah?
Write a tune, yeah.
Look, I can't do a Swedish accent. They're all
They
British.
could write a tune, yeah.
Where do I take it from here?
Well, I only have heavy stuff from here on out. So if you want to get into the heavy degeneracy, I say go for it.
You know, I think I will. I have a lot of ammunition here. However,
Metal bands have the coolest album enders.
they really do. They're all ass beaters.
Just science.
I'm gonna save some of my wackier stuff for winding down.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go. You like hardcore, Joseph?
Can't get enough of the stuff, Brandon.
This is a track and band we're familiar with. Downpresser.
Oh, dude, this was on my list
Yeah, 'cause it's awesome.
because it's awesome.
R.I.P. Kale. Kale saying forever. Downpresser. Beyond Recognition. The ending track off of Don't Need a Reason. Monster album. Check it out.
Right.
Again.
Downpresser, one of the greatest fucking California hardcore bands of all time.
Dude,
Love them.
It's unreal. Every time I listen and like really listen, like this is constructed in a way that's perfect. Hard intro, immediate crossover. All right? You shake off the beating you just took. The hardest lyrics. Come on.
Perfect band. Scientifically crafted mosh parts. One of the greatest drummers of all time. Rest in peace, Kale Sane.
Kale forever.
Yeah. Outstanding pick, my man. Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, next, there's a couple different ways of heavy paths that I could take here, because my list of heavy album enders now is kind of covers the gamut of metal, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm going to keep us in hardcore for a second.
Okay.
And will you fire me off the last track on an album
Fire
called
you
Heavy?
off all day.
Fire me off, dog. Last track on an album called Heavier Than Heaven, Lonelier Than God by Blacklisted.
He's continuing
called-
his campaign to get me on the Blacklisted train.
Hey, it's one of the greatest hardcore bands, in my opinion. Outstanding lyricism, wonderful mosh parts.
Get the man some shoes.
Short, angry songs. Hey, he's wearing shoes in the recent live sets, so, we're good. Song's called Wish. Fire it off, Brandon.
Wish, Blacklisted, Heavier Than Heaven, Lonelier Than God. All right. You might have got me with that one.
Dude, seriously, like I said, that album's like 20 minutes long. Listen to it after this. It won't take you much time. It'll grab you. The lyrics are crazy.
I'm grabbed. I'm grub.
Yeah. On the Hard Lore podcast, they often ask their guests, like, who do you do? In our band, that obviously nobody has heard, but we're working on it. Maybe you will one day.
Yeah. Just give us some time, man.
That's who I'm doing. I'm
I
doing
can
George
see it
Blacklisted.
in the lyricism.
You get it now?
I
You see
get it now.
Okay.
I read
Yeah,
that and I was like, that's the guy. That's his guy.
Yeah. That's like that's the blueprint for me, is Blacklisted. Many tracks. And like I love hardcore, but I can admit a lot of bands sound the same, you know? When you listen to the rest of their discography, like they definitely, every single album has something that's different about it, like
Respect.
yeah, it's a good band. I would love to see, I know they played 2 shows recently in Philly, where they're from. I would love to see more from Blacklisted. So hopefully we get a California show soon or
It
something.
would be real cool if Sound and Fury did a secret set again.
And put fucking Blacklisted on it. Yeah, dude, that'd be hyped.
I'm probably gonna snipe you again with my next pick.
What do you got?
Band we've covered before on here. Life changing, I think.
Okay.
Very heavy. Blew our minds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Dead in the Dirt song. The ending
okay.
track. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
It's on the playlist, but it's not on my list, you know?
Okay. All right.
So you can have it.
This
Cheers.
one is actually might be my favorite Dead in the Dirt song.
I could see that.
This is going to be Halo Crown, the ending track off of their blistering album, The Blind Hole. You got to pay the troll toll. Come on. There we go. Day
Dude.
579 of us begging Dead in the Dirt to come back.
Please. I mean, like you said, life-changing band. Truly, I can't think of another band that I had never heard of, that I saw live, that like my jaw was on the fucking floor, just like, oh, I like different music now.
Yeah. I was changed forever by the
Yeah.
gnarliest 3-piece in a long time.
Yeah. Please come back, Dead in the Dirt. I would, there's guaranteed 2 dudes spin kicking at your reunion.
I'll go into more debt buying everything. I'll
Straight up.
fund the new album. Help
I'll
me
buy
out.
all your merch. I'll fly to wherever you guys play. We'll make it happen.
One day.
Good pick. I'm gonna keep it in a similar vein. A band that I, if you dive into related artists, they're probably hiding in there.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Nails?
Oh shit. Maybe.
Will you play Sum Quique off of Abandon All Life?
Dude, I'm glad
If
you
you
tried
think-
to say it because I would never have.
Hey, I looked up on YouTube how do you say this
Did
in
you
Latin.
really?
Yeah, dude.
I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'm not, as a white man, I'm not gonna be out here goofily mispronouncing
it's
things.
Latin. It's fine if you do it. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but still, you
You
know,
guys own that. That's your.
you got to make the effort. Try to say it right.
See, that's why I love you, Joseph.
Thank you.
That song name, ending track of Abandon All Life, Nails, coming back. I wonder what that's gonna sound like, man.
God, it's gonna be crazy.
You think any of them can pronounce this song title, or?
They just saw it and they were like, "That looks cool, dude." Todd Jones
Looks sick.
looks hard. Print it.
Here we go. Come on. There we go. How'd they do that?
One of the craziest album closers. I mean,
One of the craziest albums.
dude, front to back, insane tone, the craziest riffs you've ever heard.
It's one of my favorite guitar tones of all time. It's the most controlled HM2 distortion I've ever heard.
When I think of like the perfect modern HM2 sound,
It's
like,
that, hands down.
yeah, Nails. There's only 2 bands I think of that have my favorite HM2 sound, and it's Nails and Fuming Mouth.
Fuming Mouth's also a real good one.
Real
But
good one.
there's something about the way they
It-
EQ'd it or compressed it or whatever. It's just like the most metal sounding. It sounds
dude.
actually like steel beams and like
Yeah.
fucking. It's insane.
It bites way harder than anything. It hits. It's so good.
What a pick, Joseph.
And that sum cuique translates in Latin to each his own, or may all get their due.
Interesting.
Yeah.
To me, the most. To you.
To you, nothing.
Hard track, dude.
So good.
Hard body mosh, dude.
Hard body mosh, dude. Now follow that up, Brandon. What do you got for me?
Well, it's not gonna hit quite as hard, perhaps. But I'm gonna play a related artist.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a Harm's Way track.
Yes. Hey,
Saba
hits-
left Harm's Way to do Nails, so
it hits hard, just hard in a different way, you know?
the pick I'm going with is the last track off of Posthuman, actually.
Yeah.
Dead Space.
Yeah.
I never played the game. You ever played Dead Space?
I was too scared.
This track's probably not about the game, but knowing those dorks, it could be. So I don't know.
It might be.
Either way, hard track. Dead Space, Harm's Way, Post-Human. Gra!
Always hits. I love Harm's Way. Some of the craziest mosh parts. They also have an insane guitar tone, and I love a track where you hear more of Bo doing vocals.
The vocals are
The vocals. Hang on.
Yeah.
That's
Take it in.
crazy.
Drink it in. The vocals
The
are so
vocals.
distinct.
Yeah, that's insane. I would love to hear Bo front a band or at least do vocals on a full Harm's Way song.
Or a full, like, recorded feature. Like, when he does the World War V intro,
It's so good.
it's hard.
So good. Petition for more vocals on more songs. Get it out there.
I'll clip this and you can just DM it with no context to Colin. We need more vocals on the tracks.
Yo, pump up the vocals, please.
Send it to James Pliggy and be like, listen.
I'm going to.
We can't have.
I mean. Okay.
There's a little bit of like I can hear common suffering dwelling in the ends of that song. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Harm's Way is a band that has aged like a fine wine. You know, every album gets way better, and they refine their sound more and more.
And their physical forms. They're all little buff boys now.
Yeah, dude, looking good. Shout out Harm's Way.
Shouts out Harm's Way.
Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Okay, so Brandon.
Yes.
All right. We've been doing this little dance of related artist to related artist to related artists, and I'm going to keep the path going.
Fuck it. Let's go.
From Harm's Way to Twitching Tongues.
There we go.
Will you
I knew
go
it
ahead
was
and cue
I knew
up?
it was coming.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead and cue up Frigid for me.
Frigid. I didn't even know that they had a track called that. I'm a poser.
I'm a Twitching Tongues day one fan. So
Shouts out to the Tongues.
yeah.
Frigid off of is this Love There Is No Law?
Yeah.
There we go.
See ya.
See ya.
To end the album on see ya. Outstanding.
Hard.
But I don't know if you recognize the breakdown at the end of that song, but every time that they have played live since they've come back, they play World War V as their ending song, and then the pause at the end of the breakdown, they come back in with the breakdown from Frigid.
I didn't even realize.
And it's crazy. And again, I'll rest in peace, Kale Sane. Every
Praise
time
to
that they would
overdo it.
play it live, that dude hits a snare harder than anybody on the planet.
Even in
And-
recordings, you can hear the power behind like the snare hits, but also just like the ride like bell hits, or
Yeah.
they
Oh.
ring so hard.
So crisp, and like it's live, that breakdown hit so goddamn hard. And
I get captivated by the magic every time.
straight up. Crazy track. Twitching Tongues, one of my favorite bands, and that is probably my favorite album closer that they have.
I'm not familiar with any of the is Insane and Inhumane an album closer? No.
No.
Well. Anyway.
No.
No.
Well, what do you got next for me, Brandon?
Another band that we've sucked the dick of quite a bit, but we will continue
Hey.
to,
It's not going to stop anytime soon. We like what we like.
and you should like what we like because we like things better than you.
True.
I'm gonna play Miasma off of an album called Miasma.
Yes.
by the Black Dahlia Murder.
God damn, what a track.
Oh man, I was diving into the Black Dahlia Murders like back catalog yesterday, the real old stuff.
Oh, dude, it's all so good. They've like
Beautiful.
perfect band.
Miasma. R.I.P. Trevor Sturnett.
I mean, another life-changing band. This album specifically, incredibly. Like, I have childhood memories of my dad dropping me off at school early in the morning and my brother playing this album in the CD player when he's dropping me off.
Your dad loved that.
Couldn't stand it. And that's why I liked it, because Dad hated it.
Dad hated It's Not Grateful Dead and company.
Yeah, dude. At that time, it wasn't Eric Clapton. It's not good.
He had a point.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, incredible pick. One of the best bands of all time. I'm gonna get a little weird next.
Please.
I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Next track is gonna be by a band called Protest the Hero.
Okay. All right.
Off of their release Pacific Myth, which is actually, I mean, among the Protest the Hero fans, one of their least liked. More so around how they released it, because it was like a Bandcamp release thing where they did like subscription things, and like it was weird, but it was when they had left their record label.
They needed money, man.
Yeah,
Support the bands you like, you dorks.
Yeah, exactly. They couldn't record the songs without people supporting them a little bit, you know? They're a cool-ass band. Will you fire me off the last song on this album, which is called Caravan?
No, yeah. Caravan.
Oh, right on.
Off of Pacific Myth. Specific Myth. Protest the Hero. Cinematic, I would call it.
Very much so. Protest is one of those bands that, like, you know, there's not a lot of other bands that you'll find in like protests related artists that I'm like, yeah, I love that band. But there's just something about them that really does it for me.
You love a wacky Canadian, Joe.
I love a wacky Canadian, and like great storytelling, awesome lyricism, and like that song, I really like Rhodey Walker, their singer's like storytelling and like lyric writing style, because that song starts out as like metaphor for like a changing world, and like there's like a changing world and an apprehension towards it, but realizing that it's going to change with or without you and you can't do anything to stop it. And then in the second half of the song, it's very on the nose lyrics about how he hates the current music industry, thinks that current pop music is naive bullshit that he can't stand. And it's good. It's a good song.
A man after my own heart.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless we're talking about Korean pop music, in which case, on top.
Yeah, I know, you gobble that stuff up. Oh, brother, what do you got next for me?
Well, I could play Korean pop music, but I got a track to follow up the weird that we're not listening to all of. It's long as hell.
Okay.
I'm about to use a borrowed phrase. Would you call Protest the Hero penis music?
Yeah, I would certainly call them penis music.
All right. Then I'm going to follow up with the Kings of Penis.
God damn it. I
You
really
like
wish you
Tool,
wouldn't.
Joseph?
Oh, okay. See,
I
think
Primus?
yeah, I thought we were going for Primus.
Dude. I should look up Primus songs while this is playing.
No, I wish. No, you don't have to. What were you gonna play by Tool, man?
Closing track off of Anima, Third Eye.
Okay, yeah, good track.
Open my third eye. Come on, dude. Long as hell, these fuckers love to just play.
For no reason.
Put the guitar down, man.
Yeah, man.
Bill Hicks sample, though, hard.
Is it hard?
I like Bill Hicks' comedy.
See, I think drugs have
You
done some
would.
good things for us. I really do.
All right, you get the point. Another 4
Listen.
minutes of that song.
Yeah, there ain't no reason for that. As someone who likes Tool, I'm also a Tool hater. You know?
Tool sucks. But
Tool
I ride
sucks.
for them.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that song goes. Whole album beats ass. They ain't need to be writing songs that long though.
They really don't. And it's strange how much I like that band because they're huge advocates for drug use. But I like.
Yeah, you hate a drug.
I just didn't do them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm ambivalent.
Don't worry. We're going camping for a week at some point this year. We'll do a mushroom.
I mean, I guess I'm open to it.
We'll see what happens.
As long as it's not one
Well-
of these maitake mushrooms, you know, the little chewy white ones. No.
No fun in those. Now, Brandon, much as you asked at the beginning of this one, this next band, I'm curious if they could fall under the penis music category.
I'll be the judge.
They're
of that.
heavily influenced by Tool. Maybe not directly on the surface, but you dig a little bit, you'll find it. A little band called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Dude, of course it is.
Of course it is.
You could smell the Hollywood Bowl from that whole fucking block, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know what it reeked
100%.
of?
Penis.
100%.
Will you now this album I would argue is their least penisy. Infest the Rat's Nest.
All right, yeah, it's their least penisy.
Thrash metal masterpiece. Will you hit me with the song Hell?
Will I? Absolutely.
Please do.
King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard infest the rat's nest. Hey, bands out there, put out more video games with your albums, dude.
Yeah, straight up.
That shit
Cool ass
was
video
stupid.
games.
All right. Hell.
Wild ending. The ending to that song, I want 4 more minutes of it, of just the ending riff. Like,
We could do it, dude.
maybe the first like certified King Giz spin kick part.
Honestly, I would.
Yeah, I would. They wouldn't like it, but I would.
I would not like it. Did they ever tour that album, like, specifically?
Yeah, I saw most of that album live.
Fuck. I should have gone to that.
Very good.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Very good indeed. How about we do... I'm going to do 1, then you do 2, and then I do 2, and then we call it.
Wait.
Nope. I do 1, you do 1. No.
And then I do one, you do. Or
Fuck me, dude.
yeah, you started this week, so 2 more picks each is what you're saying.
I guess.
Because it's
that's what I'm
on
trying
to your
say.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do 2 more, I do 2 more.
I'm going to completely vibe check this whole fucking thing.
Let's go, dude. Please.
Granted, still kind of punk rock. This song is banned off of the airwaves in Korea.
Love that. That's punk as hell.
Too sexy.
That's punk as hell.
Every line is a sexual innuendo. And it's just too powerful. Korean government don't like that.
Oh, I do. What do we got?
I'm playing another i-dle track. It's called
That's
Life.
right.
All right? And let me tell you, one of my favorite groups right now, obviously. But they're the most punk rock. This is banned. Too sexy.
You don't gotta convince me, man. That's cool.
Come on.
That's cool as hell.
2 minutes of this is gonna be the hardest 2 minutes all day, dude.
So I'm bricked up already. Let's go.
Here we go. Ending track off of their second full-length album, 2. That's what the album's called.
I mean, that was fun, and I would agree. Too sexy for the Korean airwaves.
Too sexy.
Too sexy for our airwaves. That's crazy.
So it's got to be one of my favorite things of all time.
Good one. Good pick. I don't even know. The juxtaposition between this and what I'm going to play is going to be insane.
That's what I'm after.
I feel like I have to buffer it a little bit with something a little tamer, but
No.
I'm
Full
not.
whack
I'm not.
job.
I'm not gonna. And I'm actually gonna hit you with something insanely goofy.
Please, my final pick is like. Anyways, go ahead, Joseph.
My final pick is a band.
No. You got 2 more.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
You said final pick, and
Yeah,
it
I fucked you up.
wormed into my brain. Yeah. So my first to last pick is by a band called Candlemass, off of the album Epicus Doomicus Metallicus. And it's going to be a track called The Sorcerer's Pledge, Brandon.
Fuck you, dude. The Mad Lad really did it.
I love this song. I have a secret Candlemass tattoo. I absolutely love Candlemass. My devil playing a fiddle on the back of my arm. Yeah. For the track Bewitched. Not this one, though.
Yeah.
Fire me off.
Sorcerer's Pledge. Candlemass, Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus. Go wash your robe right now.
Should go get my sword for this one.
King Diamond ass part.
She kind of hitting that.
Oh. They working that thing.
I mean, dude, what's cooler than a song about a wizard who sleeps for a long ass time to build up his power to become an all-powerful wizard, but he sleeps for too long, and when he wakes up, now nothing ever was.
It's the saddest story ever told. Oh god,
I'm saying.
we're getting dog noises on the mic.
What's up, Sebastian? Talk your shit.
You're hearing his little.
No, I am not.
You will. Insane track. I'm gonna follow it. My final pick. Now, I've played music from this group before,
Okay.
but this group is more theoretical than they are physical, corporeal.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a track by Guilty Kiss, a subunit of a group called Aqua from a multimedia franchise called Love Live.
Okay.
There's a cat over there. Now they put out a full-length album, which is rare in these types of situations. But that's
Okay.
just how fucking raw and good they are. You know what I mean?
That's how fucking cool and metal they are, dude.
There's hard parts on this album like you wouldn't believe. All right?
I got an open mind. I'm ready to believe.
This will have 0 of them, however.
Cool.
But I can send you a track where you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Please do.
Maybe I'll save it for when we do a what the fuck is going on themed episode. But
Yes.
this is gonna be the ending track on Shooting Star Warrior, the full-length record by Guilty Kiss, the anime girls of my dreams. This track is called Guilty, exclamation point, question mark, farewell
I
party.
see. I understand. I see.
Put on your big boy pants, Joseph. We're going in.
Okay.
Come on.
Fun.
Undeniable craftsmanship of the tracks.
I mean, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but fun time.
Brother, neither do they.
Yeah.
Even if you try and translate it, it's just like mindless, fantastical, weird, sometimes dark things that they're just singing happy about.
I'm into it.
I don't know what they're.
I've been saying,
dude.
dude. Send me the K-pop playlist. Send me tracks you think I'd like.
It can be done.
See. For my final pick, Brandon.
Mm-hmm. What are we closing out with? What do we got?
I mean, with our track record, this one maybe should have been a little obvious. You played the first track on this album last week. It's only fitting that I close this out with the last track on this album. It's going to be Emerald by Thin Lizzy, dude.
Oh! True.
The greatest rock and roll band of all time.
Yeah, in hindsight, it was obvious. Emerald.
It was right there.
Thin fucking Lizzy. An absolute apropos ending song. Go out with a fucking flourish.
Dude, they're the kings of cool, the kings of dual guitar harmonies, the fucking kings of rock and roll.
Solos you ever heard?
Yeah, I mean, Thin Lizzy, up there for one of my favorite bands of all time. Top 5 for sure. But those boys sometimes don't know how to end a song.
They never figured it out.
But it's cool as shit.
Like, what if I just keep noodling for 6 minutes?
What if we keep just dueling back and forth on these guitars?
Could never.
Cool.
I wouldn't remember what the fuck I played. I could never play it twice.
No shot. I'm not good
there's no
at that.
chance.
That's why we play hardcore.
Yeet.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, that concludes our 2-part album openers and album closers.
It does, and this was a fun concept, Joseph, that you brought for us here.
Thank you. Do you have any ideas for next week?
What the fuck is happening is one.
That's a good one. Just songs that absolutely devolve into craziness.
Or like the vibes shift and you're like, my mind is melting.
Yeah.
That's one. I swear I had another theme right in the tip of my brain here.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, all right. We're toying with the idea of doing another live one soon. Not live as in like live audience, but like us together.
Yeah.
I told Tevin you could be our first guest at some point, and it would be Booty Jams with Tugboat.
Okay, that could be very fun.
So
that could be
we might
a
have to
very
organize
fun.
Booty Jams with Tugboat. But we'll see. We'll see what's in the cards this week.
I like that. I had another idea that is escaping me, so obviously it's not that important. So if it comes to me, I will. I'll text you. But maybe we text Tevin and tentatively.
All right.
Maybe we text Tevin. We'll tentatively. That'll be the theme if he can swing it.
I don't know what I would bring to the table for Booty Jams, man.
I have no clue.
It's just us roasting Tevin as he picks tracks and getting angry.
Just me playing Let 'Em Gun Sounds 100 times.
Honestly, yeah.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. Sebastian.
Hell yeah.
You have any closing thoughts? Where are you? Bunso. Shh. Oh,
Awesome. Beautiful
here-
input.
oh,
Thank you,
hold
Sebastian.
on. He's here.
Oh, he does have something to say.
What's that? Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. All right. Okay.
Good boy.
Please listen to us on other things too, if you like this. If you made it this far, thanks.
Thank you. Shouts out. Y'all are real ones. That concludes another week of We Like Music Better Than You. I've been Joey. He's been Brandon. Bye.
Bye.